Banu ma'am, shall we begin?
Yes, please proceed, ma'am.
Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all of you joining us from different time zones across the world. Wherever you are, a warm welcome to Day 3 of the Global Inclusion Summit 2025. I am Princy Nisha, and I am your host for this evening. And it is truly wonderful to have you back with us. Today, despite the distances and different hours of the day, we gather as one community, united by learning, inclusion, and global understanding. Before we begin today's session, let us briefly recap and revisit our journey so far. Day 1 introduced us to powerful reflections on global belonging and social justice. Dr. Srinivasalu, our chief guest, highlighted the importance of legal systems rooted in human dignity. Dr. Sudhakar, our guest of honor, spoke on accessibility and technology as tools of equity. Our resource person, Dr. Roshni, gave us insights into political inclusion in modern societies. A quick recap of Day 2. Day 2 expanded our understanding of technology driven inclusion. Our guest of honor, Ms. Benfasha Yakubi, inspired us with her reflections on disability rights and technological empowerment. Followed by Dr. Annie, spoke about AI transforming access to education. Finally, insights from Dr. Maria explored how technology intersects with society and inequality. With this enriching background, we now enter Day 3, reflecting on how education remains the most powerful tool to shape inclusive futures. To begin today's academic engagements, we have with us our distinguished guest of honor, Ms. Bhavana Mahadev, a dedicated research scholar in the Doctor of Laws program at University of Cape Town, South Africa. I now invite Dr. Shakila to formally introduce our guest of honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Okay. Mrs. Bhavna Mahadev is a distinguished legal scholar and lecturer in law at the University of Technology, Mauritius, holding an LLB, LLM, and LLD from the University of the Western Cape. Ma'am brings extensive academic and research expertise to the Department of Business Management and Law. Ma'am also serves as Deputy Editor-in-Chief of the Scopus Index, African Journal of Law and Justice System, and is an adjunct professor at CSIBER, India. Her work demonstrates a strong commitment to advancing legal scholarship, fostering critical thinking, and promoting high-quality research. Ma'am continues to make significant contribution to academia through teaching, editorial leadership, and international collaboration. Ma'am, over to you, ma'am. Bhavna, ma'am. Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. We'll check on this.
Dr. Devil, can you please unmute Ms. Bhavana?
I think it's fine now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, we
ma'am.
can hear you.
Yes. Okay, great. So I'm sorry I'm unable to switch on my camera because there is a kind of connection issue here. So what's important is that you can hear me properly because today we are here to, commemorate something which is very, very important. It's about the inclusivity of people with disability. right? So disability rights is something for which I would like to commend the organizing team, because we need to tackle this issue in all spheres of life, whether it is education, whether it is health, whether it is any kind of sphere. So thank you very much to the team for having thought of such a wonderful idea for the Global Inclusion Summit, right? So the theme that was given to me was the relevance of education and global inclusion in advancing disability rights. So I would say that for me, it is a profound honor today to stand in front of you, to reflect on this issue, which lies at the heart of human dignity, equality, and societal progress. It is the enduring relevance of education and global inclusion to be able to advance the rights of persons with disabilities. Now, this topic, it invites us, to look beyond the technical reforms and policy framework. It calls upon us to confront deeply held assumptions that we have on ability, value, and belonging. It challenges each of us, educators, policymakers, community leaders, families, and citizens, to ask a simple question: what kind of world we are building, and for whom that world is truly accessible, right? So at this core, the speech that I am about to give today is about justice. It is about recognizing that for far too long, people with disabilities have been excluded, not because of their abilities, but because of barriers that we ourselves have constructed, whether it is physical, whether it is social, whether it is attitudinal or institutional, right? So this exclusion has never been inevitable. It has always been a choice made by societies. And if exclusion is a choice, but then inclusion can equally be made a choice, right? So it can be a vision embraced and a direction pursued with purpose and determination, right? So if we talk about education today, being the cornerstone of empowerment, right? So education has long been understood as a powerful equalizer, capable of shaping destinies, expanding opportunities, and transforming societies. Yet, for millions of persons with disabilities, especially in low or middle income countries, education has historically been associated not with empowerment, but with systemic exclusion. Many have been denied the opportunity to attend school, or they have been placed in segregated institutions, where their potential is underestimated or even ignored. But then the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, it marks a turning point in this narrative. It affirms not only the right to education, but the right to inclusive education. That is an educational system where all learners, regardless of disability, they learn side by side in mainstream environment with the appropriate support. So this is a monumental shift, because inclusive education is not merely an educational reform. It is a human rights obligation and a philosophical commitment to recognizing every learner as being inherently valuable, right? But then I asked myself a question. Why does inclusive education matter so much? This is because education is not simply about acquiring knowledge. It is about discovering your identity, developing confidence, and unlocking opportunities that would shape your future. So, for a child, for example, with a disability, being included in a mainstream classroom signals something powerful. Because if you belong here, you are capable, you are valued, right? So this single message can change the trajectory of a life. For example, when a visually impaired student receives materials in formats that they can read, when a deaf learner has access to sign language interpretation, when a child with autism receives the necessary support to thrive academically and socially, then education becomes what it was always meant to be. Right? So inclusive education is not an act of generosity. It is the recognition of rights. It is a rejection of old paradigms that frame disability as deficiency and difference as a burden. So it is a declaration that diversity is an asset, one that enriches classroom, strengthens societies, and expands the horizons of all learners. Right? So now, if we look at the broader landscape, so while education is a critical pillar, it is only one part of the broader ecosystem which is needed to uphold disability rights. Global inclusion, as is the case of our summit, it is the recognition that persons with disabilities must be able to participate fully in every aspect of society, right? So our world today is interconnected in ways previous generations could hardly imagine. For example, economies are linked. Global frameworks such as SDGs, they are calling upon us with leave no one behind. But yet, people with disabilities, they continue to experience exclusion across multiple dimensions: employment, healthcare, digital access, political participation, disaster response. So global inclusion is asking us to confront these realities honestly. It demands that we dismantle barriers not only within schools, but everywhere. It is challenging nations to re-examine development strategies and assess whether these strategies are they truly reflecting the needs of all citizens, right? So basically for me, the relevance of education and inclusion extends far beyond moral argument. It has clear economic, social, and humanitarian implication, right? So here, recognizing the importance of education and inclusion is not enough. We must translate understanding into sustained, coordinated actions. Governments must fully implement inclusive laws, allocate appropriate resources, and enforce accessibility standards. Education system must be reformed so that inclusion is embedded at every level, from curriculum design to teacher training to infrastructure development. Society must undergo a cultural shift in how disability is understood and discussed. Instead of perpetuating narratives of pity or dependence, let's celebrate capability, resilience, creativity, and diversity. Employers must commit to accessible workplace and inclusive hiring practices. So most importantly, persons with disabilities, they must be at the center of all decision-making processes. Their lived experience is invaluable. Their voices, leadership, and knowledge must guide the reforms which is shaping their future. Right? So I would like to conclude with a reminder that a society that excludes persons with disabilities diminishes itself. It silences voices that could have contributed to innovation, creativity, wisdom, and transformation. It creates barriers that limit not only those who face them directly, but the entire community. But a society that embraces inclusion is building a future enriched by the contribution of all members. Education and global inclusion are not peripheral issues. They are the foundation of a just world, an equitable world, and a world in which every person, regardless of disability, can learn, participate, and contribute. So let us move forward with courage, commitment, and conviction. Let us create a world that does not only speak of inclusion, but lives inclusion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your meaningful and thought-provoking address. Your reflections reminded us how inclusive education ensures equity by recognizing diverse learning needs and providing equal opportunities for all. Thank you. Ma'am, would you like to take questions now, or we have two more resource persons? Will you take it up at the end?
I think we'll take it up at the end. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
thank you. Sure, sure. Without further ado, I now invite Mr. Pradeep, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, St. Joseph's University, to speak on the topic Educating for Tomorrow, Why Global Inclusion is the Key to Progress. Pradeep, over to you.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's an honor. Thank you again. So I would like to share my screen. Please let me know if I'm able to do so effectively. Is my screen visible, ma'am? If somebody could just acknowledge.
Yes, Pradeep, it is visible.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, ma'am. Thank you, everybody, for the opportunity. And I'm really honored to be addressing this particular gathering. And greetings of the day to everybody, especially from the to everybody who are here from different time zones. So I'm here to discuss a few things. I mean, something that has been a very curious topic for me for the past few years, educating for tomorrow, especially being part of the educating community. Is global inclusion a key for progress? Before I start saying that it is a key for progress, I would like to put it as a question. Is it actually a key for progress, or what could it be? I would like to conclude with that when I end this particular session. Is it a key for progress, or is it not, or is it something else? That is going to be my entire discussion for the next few minutes that I'm going to talk to you. As you can see on the slide that I've put forward, the reason that you are looking at a slide that says talent is universal but opportunity is not is primarily to tell you or to discuss with you a particular example of a person that I've admired for a very long time now. This is Srinivasa Ramanujan. If you've recognized him, I'm really happy that you have. This person's called as a self-taught genius who had no access to formal education for a very long time. He was hit by poverty. His father was not really a great breadwinner. I mean, they were part of a very low middle class group, lower middle class group, and his mother was a singer at a temple. So he lacked access to a lot of things that we usually call as privileges in today's world. He had no formal education. That should be the most important factor for me to discuss. He had no access to formal education from the very beginning. And he failed in almost all of his subjects except for one subject, that was mathematics. He failed in his courses not because he was bad at all of them, just because he couldn't clear anything else apart from mathematics, because he was more interested in that. And at a very young age, he discovered one book that was on applied mathematics. He sits down and he starts learning by himself. Imagine one person who is not getting scholarship, who does not have access to formal education, who's hit by poverty, discrimination, and a lot of other hurdles around his life, sits down to prepare for mathematics, advanced mathematics on his own. Not only that, he also succeeded. He has left around 3,900 theorems and some after his name as well, which is still shaping today's mathematical landscape. To be very honest, why I am discussing about this person is because if you would have noticed in the previous slide, it said that talent is universal, but opportunity is not. The only reason that I am here sitting down and discussing about this particular person and this person's contribution, who died at a very young age of 32, but still made significant contribution to the entire learning of mathematics still used today, is only because his talent was recognized by a letter. He wrote to various mathematicians. And all of them rejected it. I mean, he didn't receive a reply. And then there was just Hardy, who was a very great mathematician of his own, brought him to Cambridge. And then only his work was recognized. Again, to tell you the significance of me talking about this particular person is to highlight that the success behind this particular person was not because of opportunities available to everybody. It's just because this person chose to write a letter, and that letter was read by somebody on the other side and acknowledged. Imagine that Hardy on the other side did not really go ahead and read his particular letter. This was not possible. And he chose not to write this letter. Still, we will not really be discussing about this, or the field of mathematics would still be way behind than it is today, right? Again, talent is universal, but opportunity is not. As you see, the title is global inclusion is a key for progress. I'm putting this question again. I'm asking you, is it a key for progress? What I'm trying to establish here is that first, we have to try and understand what is global inclusion. I think a lot of them have spoken about it. I'm not going to really, in detail or in depth, go and talk to you about global inclusion. For me, global inclusion is creating communities, creating systems where everybody is included to contribute to solve world problems. Not necessarily just come together and work together and not make good progress. Okay, if you see here in my particular slide, I've mentioned that there are systems and communities which do not take into consideration backgrounds, okay, their ability or identity. I think the previous speaker also mentioned about disabilities and how people can contribute to the community, where government has to also, all various governments have to come together and put it forward. Global inclusion is major goal is to unlock potential using systems or communities. The question here is, do we have such systems? Do we have such communities, or is there a space for us to bring it down? Or has it happened before? Now, why does it matter? This is global inclusion in education. Why does it actually matter for us to have global inclusion? Is it really required, or can things work on its way? It solves a lot of problems. To be very honest, there are three powerful reasons that I've tried to put it down. There are many reasons, but if you see, these three will try to bring it down together. Okay. There are complex global problems. We're going to talk about the pandemic that hit all of us. Okay. How was it solved as it was today? What were the steps that were taken? Okay. The vaccine development team did not only comprise of people from USA or scientists from a particular country. From Germany and France, there were a lot of scientists who came together and tried to solve this particular issue. If you look at the second reason that I've tried to put forward, it drives economic growth. Okay. If you're talking about Satya Nadella from India, who tripled the earnings of Microsoft, but why did that happen? Because he went there and he just started saying that let's invest a lot on our cloud platforms. Okay, he made a decision. And imagine that global inclusion was not part of our system, such a big change would not have happened. Everything is cloud-based right now. Correct. So that becomes the second most powerful reason for me. And of course, you will inherit global challenges. Okay. Global inclusion, something that would shape our entire life as well as our community for a very long time, will inherit global challenges. Because climate change are interdependent, you will be facing a lot of problems in the end. Right. So to tell you the three major reasons for global inclusion or a system to be present is because of we solving complex problems that are global in nature, and it also drives economic growth. Along with it, it inherits global challenges. Moving ahead, what does global inclusion in education mean? I think I spent enough of time of talking to you about who Ramanujan was, and it shouldn't happen by luck, right? Somebody just reading your letter by chance should not give you an opportunity to change the field of mathematics, right? It should be an opportunity given to almost everybody who are there. So how does it look like in education? Okay, what are the things that you should consider? Online learning for rural students is an example. Uh, Khan Academy is an example where more than it is accessible over 130 to 140 countries. Free online courses are available, right? Adaptive technology for students with disabilities. I have to mention the previous speaker again. She did mention about students with certain disabilities who were able to provide material to them and make sure they are availing such educational platforms. Refugee children continuing studies. Again, we have to go back to examples where people who are facing discrimination, who do not really have the opportunity to come out, should be provided. So global inclusion education will look like this. Now, what is a curriculum that reflects the world? See, learning history from multiple perspectives. We are being focused towards learning various educational systems or various curriculums are focused towards one particular goal. If you see here, understanding global origins of maths, we are not only going to learn about Indian origin, but algebra from Islamic literatures as well, right? Now, studying diverse literature becomes very important for us. So to summarize what I'm trying to say as global inclusion in education is uh, to access to quality education and also a curriculum that feeds towards that quality education. Okay, not just through online platforms, but also through our curriculums. That becomes very important. And obstacles that we should or we must overcome is economic inequality. As was mentioned by previous speakers multiple times, there are almost 244 million children out of school, mostly in low income countries. We don't know how many potential scientists, how many potential educators that we are missing out. And gender discrimination is still prevalent, is significantly really high. We are losing out on potential leaders for tomorrow. Prejudice and bias is something that we face on a regular basis on our daily lives, but stereotypes and invisible barriers that we must overcome for global inclusion for education is a must. Okay. Digital divide. I think in the previous slide, I was trying to talk to you about a particular individual being able to access online platforms to learn and to study so that there is global inclusion. But honestly speaking, how many children around the globe or how many students around the globe have proper internet access? Okay, so that creates an exclusion rather than inclusion. We say that there is inclusion through online platforms or online segments, but there is an additional exclusion that just comes out only because we are not able to provide the basic amenities to individuals. Moving ahead, what is that you can do right now? So we've spoken about what is global inclusion, what does it look like in education, right? How does it matter? And then what are the obstacles that we currently have? And what is that we can do right now? As educators or as students or as academicians, what is that you can do right now? The small steps that you can take towards global inclusion in education is something that I've tried to compile here. Examine your own biases. Um, what are the biases that we have? What do we consider smart as? I mean, a person who fails in almost all subjects but scores is exceptionally great in mathematics. Do we consider that person to be smart unless proven? Because he was rejected. None of them he's not called as Dr. Ramanujam for a reason, because he did not have any degrees, right? But he is made significant contribution to the world, right? So what are your biases? Who do you call smart? Who do you take seriously in group works? All of that is something that we have to examine. Now we have to amplify quieter voices. We have to see in the room who's not really talking and try and everybody's idea is heard, because some of the ideas are right in there, which we have to bring it out. So learn beyond your bubble is something that I say to myself as well. Okay. We stick to certain authors, certain literature, certain curriculum that binds us. There's an invisible barrier around us. Okay. That stops us from doing additional learnings in the global scenario. So read diverse authors, watch documentaries, learn languages, right? Speak up against exclusion. It's become very common nowadays where discriminatory jokes that would demotivate people to come out of their particular circle. I know it's a very small thing for me to say, or it's very easy for me to say, not a small thing. It's a very easy thing for me to say that challenge discriminatory jokes. It might seem that it's not a big deal for global inclusion, but it is. I see it as a very big exclusion for say. For us to think globally becomes very important. Add global aspects to your learning procedures. Understand global impact of your activities, not just locally. So if you see, I've pasted down as what is global inclusion for education, what are our barriers, and what is that we can do right now. The tomorrow that we are trying to build. Okay, I just want to give 3 examples and then probably I'll wrap it up. I asked you a question, if you all remember, if you are keenly listening, is global inclusion a key for success or is it not a key for success, is what I was trying to build upon. The tomorrow that we're building is, I would like to start off with revolutionary communication. A neurodiverse individual is a person who is disabled, let's say a person with dyslexia or a person with uh, a disability which we consider as can definitely come out and create an app for communication, and this is only possible due to the systems or the communities that we create, which I've been trying to talk about. And agricultural innovation is another example. A teenager sitting down at home trying to solve a problem needs to have the resources or the systems to solve a problem. He could come out with, he or she could come out with a system that could solve millions of trouble, right? As far as we are concerned with AI coming in, and AI's understanding of AI becomes very difficult for us at later stages. Somebody could just sit down with this system that we have created and solve the trouble for us. Why can't sustainable cities be created by students from various continents? Right? Do we have a system in place where people can come across and share their ideas? Do we have that? Is that global inclusion? Is global inclusion a key for the same? Is what we are trying to, I mean, I'm trying to stress upon. If you see here, I've mentioned that this future happens when we choose inclusion, build bridges, and recognize diversity as our greatest strength. Whereas diversity nowadays has become a global exclusion idea rather than an inclusion idea, which we must overcome. Now, the closing challenge is your global choice. I've already told you what steps that you can take, right? I've told you to verify your biases, think about them. But you are the people that I am trying to address right now is the first global generation which is facing this challenge at the highest level. Because you are connected to the world in various ways that could have been imagined, that could not have been imagined in the last 20 years or last 10 years for that matter. The other question that I'll leave with you is, how will you see the world's diversity? We talk about global inclusion, we are definitely talking about the world's diversity coming into picture. And we have to also ensure that every brilliant mind shines. We need them all. And education for tomorrow is thriving. Global inclusion is necessary, is the debate that I'm trying to put forward with reasons and with examples that I would like to say with interconnected world. To conclude or to wrap up my particular session that I've been trying to discuss with you, is that the question that I asked in the very beginning is global inclusion key for success? I would like to answer that question. Global inclusion is progress. It's not a key for progress for say, it is progress. Okay, I'm not adding it as a tool. I'm not saying that it is required for progress. If we are able to achieve global inclusion, we are heading towards progress. So your choice to include, listen, and learn from everyone, everywhere is your most powerful tool. I would like to repeat that again. Your choice is to include, listen, and learn from everyone, everywhere is your most powerful tool. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Pradeep, for that inspiring session. Your talk clearly highlighted how global inclusion is not just an educational idea, but a necessity for future progress. You emphasize that when learners across cultures, abilities, and backgrounds are empowered equally, societies grow stronger, more innovative, and more compassionate. We truly believe that talent is universal, but opportunity is not. Thank you so much, Mr. Pradeep.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
We now welcome Dr. Sana Begum, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, St. Joseph's University, to deliver her session on the role of AI in modern business. Dr. Sana, over to you. Dr. Sana, are you there?
Am I audible, Nisha ma'am?
Yes, yes, Sana, yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nisha ma'am, for warm welcome. Just confirm me if my slides are visible.
Not yet. The slides are not visible yet. Yes. Yes, Sana, we can view it.
Thank you so much, Nisha ma'am. A warm good evening to everyone. It is truly an honor to be a part of a Global Inclusion Summit 2025. I am Sana from Department of Commerce. The theme I will be speaking today is role of AI in modern business. In a world where technology is evolving faster than ever before, AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It is actually a powerful force shaping the way how organizations can operate, compete, and grow. From inclusive hiring practices to getting the personalized customer experiences and intelligent decision making, even including the sustainable innovation, AI is transforming business landscapes globally. In the next few minutes, we will explore how AI is contributing for the efficiency, innovation, and inclusion that is helping the businesses become not only smarter, but also more accessible and equitable. I look forward sharing real-time examples with you all, current industry practices, and even few of the challenges that we have to overcome, and the question here is how to overcome those challenges. So to start with, AI is actually the transforming business operations. AI is reshaping the way companies function. For example, Tata Steel in India has adopted AI for predictive maintenance of their machines. They actually have an alert technician system before a breakdown, which is helping them for reducing the downtime by nearly 40%. AI application is available in different industries. It has been utilized across multiple sectors like healthcare, finance, education, retail, human resources, transport, and the logistics. It is every activity is being automated. All the repetitive manual tasks are now is being automated. For example, your HDFC banks have EVA chatbot which answers more than 50 million queries from the customers, something that otherwise would require thousands of employees for the bank to answer. Along with all this, we have few challenges like bias, data privacy, the job displacement. All these are the challenges that AI is posing in the business, in the inclusion. AI's impact on business. AI is actually helping for increasing the productivity by automating the repetitive task, which has been allowing the employees to focus on higher value work. It is reducing the cost for the companies by streamlining the operations. It is reducing the need for manual labor. For example, here, Zoho uses AI to automate email sorting, meeting scheduling, and customer segmentation. AI minimizes the human error and optimizes processes. Example, we have food delivery applications like Swiggy, Zomato. They are using AI-based route optimization, having reduced the delivery cost and improving the delivery time accuracy. AI is processing the huge data sets in seconds, milliseconds, I must say. We can take an example of ICICI Bank, who is using the AI credit risk analysis, which is helping ICICI Bank to approve the loan within a minute by recognizing or analyzing the credit rating of the customers. So all the task is being getting automated by reducing the time which is required for processing it, which is helping the management of any business to improve their decision making by utilizing the large data sets quickly, and they can provide the actionable insights. AI is there in all the fields, like in customer service, in finance and banking, AI in healthcare, AI in retail and e-commerce, AI in human resources. Now we'll just throw a light on how AI is helping in these different fields in businesses. So AI in customer service, we have AI chatbots and virtual assistants, which is handling the customer inquiries instantly. Just now I mentioned it is helping ICICI Bank or even HDFC Bank for replying to the inquiries posted from the customers immediately. So it reduces the wait times. We have different AI powered tools like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and Cloud AI, which is assisting for automated responses. It does not require any manual employees for assisting for replying to the customers' inquiries. It is doing it on an automated basis. So we have a few examples like even other companies or Amazon. Amazon is using uh, my screen is visible, Shima?
Yes, yes, Sana, it is visible. Yes.
Yes, so Amazon is using AI. Even Apple Siri is based support to guide the customers automatically. We have voice bot route calls to departments without human involvement. So this is how AI is helping in the customer service. AI in finance and banking. AI is helping in fraud detection. So we can take example of JP Morgan, which is using AI for real-time fraud detection. Even we have few examples like Mastercard and Visa, which is using AI for detecting the suspicious transactions within milliseconds. It will not even take time for them to detect the frauds. And it is on high speed stock trading, like Robinhood uses AI bots for instant trade execution. So the all the algorithms with managing the stock trading for these companies for finance and banking. And even I mentioned in the starting that even loan approval is very easier for banker. It has been taking only the milliseconds to find out the credit rating of the customers and helping the banks for taking instant decisions whether to sanction the loan or not. So it is helping out in the various financial decisions. AI is in healthcare as well. Now we wonder how AI is helping in healthcare. Various hospitals are using AI. Even I can take an example of Apollo Hospital, which is using AI to predict heart diseases risk with 90% accuracy. AI-powered robots is assisting in surgeries. AI scans detect tumors faster than human radiologists in some cases. So AI is helping in enhancing the precisions for the healthcare industries. It is providing the instant symptom checks. It will diagnose the disease faster than any human radiologist. It is helping out in MRI scanners. So AI in healthcare inclusion is playing a wider role. AI in retail and e-commerce. So, how come when we see AI in all other industries, how it can be behind in the retail and e-commerce. As I can relate this whenever we purchase something online. So second time when you visit the website, it will show us where we left that website page, and whatever we purchase based on that, it will recommend us to go ahead for purchasing that because of AI. So it will give us the personalized product uh, choosing. It will suggest products based on customer behavior. Like we can take an example of all these websites like Amazon, Flipkart, even other website shopping websites, which recommends the products based on our browsing history or purchase history. Even it will help in inventory management optimization. It will predict what is the demand and it will optimizes the inventory. Even inventory tracking will be easier. It will give the details for the retail industry, that how much retail businesses, that how much of the inventory is in stock, and how much they have to order, and how much they can have a stock of it for the future demand, future meeting of demand. So here I can take an example of Walmart. Walmart uses this AI for real-time inventory tracking. So they track how much was the inventory available, how much they sold it, and how much it is available, and how much they require for meeting up the future demand. So it is helping out even in enhancing the customer experiences as well. So virtual shopping assistants will help in customers finding the product using voice or image search. So even earlier, we used to type the names of the product which we are looking for. Now we have the assistants, voice assistants, and the image search as well. Just scan the image, scan the product which you wanted. It will show you in on which website or nearby which store the product is available. So that is how AI is helping in retail and e-commerce. Then AI is helping out in human resources as well. So we need not have to sit back to check the resume of individuals who have been applied for the job, or to check the background of the employees, or conduct interviews, face-to-face interviews. All this has become easier with the help of AI. So AI is helping in resume screening automatically. Once we upload the, as now we are receiving the resumes online, so it's easier. Upload the resume with the help of AI. You can screen the resume. You can shortlist the candidates. You can send the message or email to the candidates, and even online virtual interviews is also possible. Even AI is powered with the chatbots, which is helping us in conducting the preliminary job interviews, even analyzing the employee satisfaction. It will predict the attrition. See, even the attrition levels can be predicted with the help of AI. Like we can take an example of LinkedIn's. So LinkedIn's AI suggests the job posting based on our profile. So once we update our profile in LinkedIn, so it will analyze what kind of job suits for our qualification. So only that kind of job suggestion will be posted for us. And even we have AI driven tools which will analyze the employee performances as well. It is very important to analyze the employee performance, maybe for their appraisal, for their hike or incentives or promotion as well. So earlier it was a human resource manager's discretion to decide what could be the means for on which they decide how the appraisal should take place. But now we have the inbuilt uh, AI, so that it will be helping us in employee performance as well. Just to record the data of all the achievements that the employee has been done, then it will give you the result of on what basis you can appraise, and how the appraisal can take place. Then AI-powered automation. So how AI is helping in boosting the business productivity. So one of its here is RPA, that is robotic process automation. It is AI is automating the repetitive task. Maybe let it be the data entry, invoice processing, or even providing the customer support. So yeah, this robotic process automation is of high accuracy, we can rely on the information that is being provided by this RPA. It is powered with bots, which is providing the complete accuracy. See, various banks uses RPA for processing their applications without human intervention. We can take an example of banks like ICICI, HDFC, Kotak Mahindra, HSBC, so many more. So it is extensively uses the RPA to streamline the operations and enhances their efficiency. So within a fraction of seconds, it will take any decision to maybe from opening an account till sanctioning of the loan. All the processes have become easier with the help of this robotic process automation. Then this AI powered automation, even we can see in marketing and sales as well. So AI is helpful in email campaigning. It will automate the email campaigns. So it will help personalizes, and it will customizes the marketing messages. I can relate this with all of you. Once we scroll for some product, we can see that related to that product, whichever the shopping website, will be getting messages that these are the products available based on our browsing history and purchase history. So only that kind of emails will be getting. So it is helping out the marketing companies to to analyze what the customer wanted, and it will customize the products according to it. So it will analyze the customer data, and it actually helps the marketing industry to predict buying behavior. So for example, we say that 90% of customers likes our product, 80% of customers um, are repetitively purchasing our product. This is on the basis of the data analysis which is being done with the help of artificial intelligence. So I have just given the example here, like Spotify suggests songs based on listening history. So once you have been search for some party songs, so you can see in the next visit to Spotify, it will show you all the party songs available. Let it be of languages that we prefer. Suppose if you have played English songs, so you will be getting the suggestions to listen to the party songs in English language in the next visit. Even Facebook and Google ads the same. It will target the ads to the right audience. So suppose if you're been scrolling for some videos in Facebook, you can see only that kind of videos. It will be available for the next visit. So the algorithms is in such a way that it will immediately catch the interest, and it will customize the product for the customers in that way. Then AI is very much inclusive in the manufacturing supply chain as well. So AI predicts the equipment failures. It prevents the downtime. So as I told you, it will help even in the maintenance of the machines. It will give the alert if something is going to be wrong in the machine, which is actually reducing the downtime. And it is one study has been proved that it has been reducing the downtime by nearly 40%. Okay, AI-powered robots, it is improving the assembly line efficiency. So Tesla use this AI-powered manufacturing plants, which is helping them to meet the increasing demand in the market. So AI-driven automation is actually increasing the productivity, it is reducing the human errors, and it is enhancing the decision making in the business. Apart from this benefits that AI is providing for the business, how can we not discuss on the challenges or ethical concern that AI is having? The first concern for us, that is human being, is job displacement. This AI automation is actually creating the job displacement. It is replacing by reducing the repetitive jobs. The concerns for unemployment is been increasing. So the solution for this, for job displacement, it is we have to reskill the workers. We have to update ourselves with the skills required to go ahead with the simultaneously with this AI tools. If transitioning ourselves with AI assisted roles can help us to to face this challenge and reduce the complications of it. Then the another here is AI bias. So we can see a lot of bias and a lot of bias because of artificial intelligence to be make more fair enough in decision making. So as I told you, AI is helpful in HR, that is human resources, to screen the resume of candidates and to call for an interview, select the candidate for the job. It is very, sometimes it can be a bias. So whatever the instructions given, whatever the code is being given for AI, it understands only the machine language. So bias is very much possible. So it may favor certain demographics. It can lead to biased hiring and lending decisions. So even that can be sorted out by having a transparent AI development and ensuring the fair decision making. While giving the instructions, it is to be very clear enough what is required by the company and it will be followed. Then I will conclude my presentation by stating that the future of AI in business is enhancing the personalization. AI is better predicting the customer needs. It is improving cybersecurity. It is detecting all the threats before they occur. Okay, it is indicating, it is giving certain, even not only finding out what could be the challenge, even the proper suggestions is being given by AI, and even it is helping out in AI human collaboration as well. So AI is assisting workers, not replacing them. So here the concept here is we are facing like job displacement, but actually it is assisting the workers to complete the job with more accuracy. So once we are prepared enough for it, once we are trained for it, definitely with the human collaboration with AI is helping out for assisting the workers for doing the job with accuracy and reliability. Then AI is actually helping in expanding the new industries as well. AI, in future, AI will transfer education, law, and logistics as well. So it is actually creating the diverse and representative data sets using fairness, even creating an awareness for all the algorithms, maybe during model development, and implementing the robust governance framework will help to face all the challenges that from the AI, whatever is being facing, we can cope up and we can go ahead simultaneously with this AI development. So, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sana, for that insightful presentation on the role of AI in modern business. You clearly demonstrated how AI is reshaping business processes, decision making, and customer experience in today's world. We truly appreciate the many real world examples you shared. They made the concepts relatable and easy to understand. Thank you, Dr. Sana. We now open the floor for reflections and questions. Dear participants, kindly direct your questions to the resource person. We have with us Ms. Bhavna Mahadev, Mr. Pradeep, and Dr. Sana Begum. So you can use the chat box to ask your questions. Okay, there's a question from Abdullah. It is directed to Dr. Sana. Where can I study AI with available scholarships for Afghans?
Scholarships related, ma'am?
Okay. So I believe that, yes, Banu ma'am, please go ahead.
Yeah, the question whoever asked, see, there are different universities, okay? You can find it out. First of all, if you have to join AI as a master course or a diploma, there is a prerequisite. So like any course you take up, you have to attend entrance, and then you have to be qualified with the certain criterias. So please check with the universities, because each university requires, and they have their own criterias and eligibility. So you can just generally check. There is no any standard or rules which has been followed throughout or globally. So it differs from different university. In our case, we don't have AI for as a master course. So it can be, some university are giving only as a skill-based courses. So we can start with small skill-based courses, like where we have Coursera and Udemy. And then I think you can try for the higher education in AI.
Okay. Thank you, Banu ma'am. We have another question from Zikhara. What is the role of AI in criminal law? Dr. Sana, would you like to take up that question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
AI in criminal law is, see, we have a lot of investigators who can be using AI. They have to maybe go ahead with the proofs that they will be getting. AI will help them to find out what on the crime spot what happened, and they can easily, not really easy, but it will take some time with a manual thing, uh, which can be easier with the role of AI. They can easily find out what would have been happened, and even AI will help in decision making for what could be the penalizing for the crime that has been taken. So yes, AI is helping even in criminal law as well.
Thank you, Dr. Sana. Zikra Jabin, I hope that answered your question. We have another question from Yusuf. What is the appreciation of AI to be used in diplomatic politics?
Okay, sorry, Nisha, sorry to interrupt again.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Manu ma'am. Yeah.
The previous question was asked about the criminal law, right?
Yes.
See,
Yes.
we cannot depend for the whoever the question is asked. The suggestion that we cannot depend on AI 100%. It is all about the human decision. Why we are using AI is to predict certain likely evidence, like what could be. So in that case, it can stop their process of investigation. That is, it will reduce the time in investigations, and it can lead up to different hints. Okay, it's not that permanently we have to trust on AI. So in that case, and we're not using AI for the laws also, criminal laws. So criminal laws are formed by the bodies, right? The government bodies. So we are not telling that we have to depend on AI completely. So we cannot replace judges. Of course, we cannot replace judge in the place of, the place of judge, we cannot put AI and cannot take a decision from AI. So it's only to reduce the time in investigations and to predict certain informations. For that, it can be used by the lawyers and then judges.
Absolutely, yes. Do you have any more questions?
Ma'am, can I ask, ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you. Tara, yes, go ahead.
So, like, Sana ma'am has talks about the advantage of the all the AI. So, like, my direct question is like, what are the disadvantage for the AI, especially in the youth generation?
Yeah, so you would want to know the drawbacks of AI in modern business. Am I right, Tara?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Dr. Sana, would you like to take that question?
Yes, ma'am. Sir, I have already discussed what are the challenges that is being faced in modern business. The firstly is job displacement. Yes, because of the automation and reducing of the repetitive jobs, humans may lose up their jobs. That is the main challenge we are facing. But simultaneously, we have the solution for it. We can reskill ourselves, and we can transition to AI assisted roles. Definitely, the displacement can be reduced. One more challenge is AI bias. So, as I told you, with the help of AI, the resume screening, when the hiring of individuals is happening in the companies. So maybe bias can be possible, but it can also be sorted out by giving the correct correct algorithm, so that can also be sorted out. And various other challenges also are there, like without giving a proper algorithms it may go wrong, but that can also be overcome. So the main challenge here is, I must say, is job displacement right now that the people are facing.
Yeah, apart from that cost also, the high cost, right? So AI is not so easy. Like if you have to build up one AI tool, so much of effort and the resources are being utilized. So this itself will cause a lot of cost effects. So this cost is a major disadvantage. Apart from that, ethical, right? What even in business when they use it should be ethical. So these 2 points also can be one of the disadvantages.
Okay, we have another question. In labor market, who would be liable for the mistakes done by AI or robots? So it's the question again from Zikra Jabin. Yeah.
Obviously, the mistakes will be by human itself, I must say, because all the instructions, all the algorithms, coding, and all everything will be done by human itself. So whatever the instructions is given, that will be followed by robots. So I must say that major mistake will be by the person who will be giving instructions. So definitely yes. Uh,
All right. There's another question. Which AI related skills or areas of study should students focus to be competitive in the global job market? This is from George Jamal Tia. So it's an again AI related question. I believe that Dr. Sana has been directed with a lot of questions. Dr. Sana, you want to take it up?
y- yes, ma'am. Banu, ma'am, you're answering?
Yeah, if Sana is proceeding, okay, after her I can tell, no problem.
No, ma'am, you can go ahead.
Because AI is a very vast subject. So we cannot say that AI is one particular subject, because there are a lot of other categories in AI. If you have to learn AI, within AI, we have machine learning, deep learning, neural network, NLP. So many computer visions. So all these are the sub categories under AI. So if at all anyone, like if you say in computer field, if they are learning AI, so they have to first of all learn all these sub categories. Then only they can become expert in AI. So there are a lot of divisions. So you have to choose based on your interest and your potential. You can choose whatever you want. So now, if you would have heard about machine learning, all the automated machine, like automated of what you can say, the jobs automated. Now only Dr. Sana spoke about RPA, that is robotic process automation. These also are one kind of like a tool, right? But when we talk about other tools, how we are using as an app, so small app to detect or to recognize his face, all these things we're using over the phone. So it's a very vast course. So we go step by step, right? So for if you have to learn AI, we have to accomplish the sub categories of that AI as a whole. So it's left to you. We cannot take AI. AI is a general topic. Specifically, we have to go subject wise. That is, within AI, we have to go for ML. And then I told about deep learning. ML is machine learning, deep learning, and so on. Apart from this, AI with the quantum, that is machine learning with the quantum computing also is blooming a lot. After 10 years, yeah, again, another important technology, that is quantum computing, will overtake this equal, it'll take a equal place of AI. So every time the technology is growing a lot and it's getting advanced. So in this way, I can say that according to your potential and according to your interest, you can choose under AI the subjects or the subcategories.
Okay, thank you, Banu ma'am. We have another question from Anthony Robinson. How AI plays role in confidentiality matters? Is it positive or
Larva.
negative?
Larva. Larva.
I think one of the participants
Larva.
have unmuted themselves. Kindly mute your audio. Thank you. So yeah, so Anthony would want to know if AI plays a role in matters with confidentiality. So is it positive or negative?
It has both sides, ma'am. It is positive as well as negative. So as every coin has both the sides, if we are
Absolutely. Yeah.
expecting positivity, definitely we will be facing some of the negativity, but it's not like we cannot overcome it. So there are various ways of overcoming it. So yes, it is both positive or negative.
Okay. Thank you, Sana. We have another question from Amos. I'm well aware how important is AI. However, don't you think that some poor nations would be excluded in the process of implementing AI in most sectors of the society? Yes, Amos, to answer your question, AI is in progress. It's very obvious that not all nations can adapt to it quickly. We are in the process of adapting. So it's very obvious that only the developed nations like the US, United Kingdoms, and the European countries are able to adapt to these technology. But however, AI at one point would be something like it would definitely become a part and parcel of all of us. So I do agree that some of the developing nations or underdeveloped nations are finding it difficult to implement AI, but I think it's under progress. And I think down the line, it would be implemented in all the sectors in all the countries.
Yeah, that is true, Nisha. Good question. Though who was asked this question, see, once upon a time, to use this cell phone, so many people was not having, right? When cell phone was launched, that is in 90s. If you see, we could hardly see the cell phones, and if anyone has, we could say that they are rich people, right? So, but later on, what now we are existing in the world where every single person is using the cellular phones. So there'll be a day where though all the countries, right, it'll slowly develop. So when it gets occupied, it takes little bit time. So definitely there are chances where the AI can reach to every nook and corner of the world, but you have to wait for that.
Yeah, that's right, Banu ma'am. I think we can take another question. So this is related to the students. All right, this is from George Jamal. Which AI-related skills or areas of study should students focus on to be competitive in the global job market? I think Banu ma'am can take it up, being a computer science professor. Banu ma'am?
Yeah. Sure. So there is no any specific as such because now these courses are getting integrated. Like if you take, for example, Dr. Sana presented, right, about AI in business, AI in medicine, AI in AI in cybersecurity. So there are always this AI is getting tagged up with the different subjects. So that is what going to happen now, because AI alone cannot exist, but it can be integrated with the other. That's why it's called as a multidisciplinary. So no technology is singly handled, right? Unless and until it is implemented in another field. Now, example, if I talk about the medical, right, medical field, in so many technologies being implemented to diagnose the diseases, right? It's not that manual method is used. Previously, we were using manual method even to check the blood, like blood report, or to get some diagnosing done, right? So many was done manually, but now in every medical field, technology is being implemented. So what I would like to say is AI is not in a particular field, or it's not one field. It is all integrated in different fields. So that's why we call that as a multidisciplinary. This is purely a multidisciplinary. Without any other field, it cannot sustain alone. AI cannot sustain alone unless and until it is used with the different fields. So it is interdisciplinary, or it can be a multidisciplinary concept. I hope it's clear for the participants who were asked the question. No, AI cannot create any ethical idea. So I got one question.
Yeah, so there's a question from John Abraham. Can actually AI creates ethical ideas with exclusion of human oversight?
See, AI itself is built by a human, right? How well the machine is built. So if you learn about the AI, like, how do you build a model? So building up a model like machine learning is a model where the human itself has to build the model. In that case, he has to train the machine. So the training the machine is all depending upon the person who's building up with the various input, right? So whatever the quality input you give, based on that, there will be a quality output that is the AI or the machine can predict. So it is all depending upon the trained machine. So how well the machine is trained, so well you can expect the output. Otherwise, the machine will not predict the correct values. Even if you take, for example, the ChatGPT, what you people are using, it is trained so well because of the data. So it's a bulk data which is being added on to the machine. It is like all kind of various category of informations are being loaded, trained. Okay, the machine has been trained well. So in that case, what happens? It all depends upon the model, how it is built. So you can expect the accuracy based on the model, how accurately it is built.
Banumam, should we take more questions?
There we can go ahead. If it is there, you can go ahead, Nisha.
Participants, if you have more questions, you can post them on the chat box. Or if you would want to give your reflections on the sessions so far, you can unmute and you can give your reflections.
Yeah, you can unmute also and ask the questions. Is this question taken up? I think can AI replace judges? I think we answered about this.
Yeah, yes, Banumam, that's been answered, yes.
Oh, I would like to ask about something. Hello?
Yes, Amos, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes. So my worry is that the AI, the way it is, it's moving. What about when it gets to the extent of robotic soldiers? In this case, the robotic soldiers will be fighting. To what extent can AI go? Do we have any vision? Do we have any understanding that AI will go as far as this end? Because at some point it seems that maybe we won't control it anymore for some reasons. I don't know. Do you have any explanation or any idea or any comment about this? Thank you. I hope you got my question.
Amos, can you please repeat the question?
So I was saying, the way AI and the AI tools, such as robotic soldiers, the robots that are created in order to fight, to do the task of a soldier. In that case, someone has already asked to say who is going to be responsible. And do we know to what extent these AI tools are they going to develop? To what extent? Are they not going one day to take over the world? Let me say that way.
Talking the field of defense, right? Amos, you're
Yes,
talking in
yes,
terms of defense, yes. See, it all
yes.
depends upon the countries, how they are going to implement AI in for their protection. So we cannot say there are particular standards, or we're not come here to judge saying that it is right or wrong, but just we are coming to know that how AI is being utilized and to what extent it has been reached, and then which are the field AI is being filled up. So it all depends upon the countries, how they're using even in the defense level. Okay, so there is no any, what to say, a standard to be followed for every countries. So they have their own way of utilizing and then training the machines for their protection and for their well-being. So most of the cases in defense, what they do it, because it can be cases where they have to place each and every soldiers, right? So there be a more number of soldiers to be required. So in that case, they will replace that, right? So in those places, they try to replace the human as a robot for certain kind of small minor functionality. So we cannot say that robot can be completely replacing a human, but for small tasks as such like monitoring or giving some warning or giving an alert message. So for these kind, they may utilize. So it all depends upon the countries, how they utilize for AI for the defense purpose.
Thank you very much.
Okay, are there more questions? Y'all can post them on the chat box.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
My question is, ma'am, what is the role of AI in judicial judgment and consumer awareness?
Okay, so Yusuf Khan has a question. Yes, y'all can answer.
Let me take up.
Yes,
Nikki.
Dr. Sana. Yes, sure.
Actually, Yusuf, artificial intelligence is increasingly supporting the judicial judgment. It is enhancing its accuracy and transparency level with the legal system. It is actually assisting the judges and lawyers, advocates, that by it will help them to analyze the large volume of case files. It will help them in identifying the relevant laws, maybe by previous case proceedings, and it will help them in summarizing the documents. But yeah, it is completely, it is assisting in examining the digital evidences for them. It is helping them for even the virtual court processes. So yes, AI is it's going in line with the judicial system for helping out for more informed decision making.
Yusuf, I hope that answered
Okay.
you.
Yes, ma'am. And what is the role of a consumer awareness, ma'am?
Consumer awareness, yes, even it has been helping out in understanding the consumer behavior also, right? So from the time you just start your phone with the face recognition, or even if you are being searching the product in the websites, so everything is being recorded. Like it is known that how many times you have been visited. So it has been giving all the customers the related suggestions for the purchase of the products. So it is aware of the customer's preferences as well. Based on that, the customization is also possible. So AI is helping out from the point of view of businesses to create the awareness of what are the taste and preferences of the customers, and from the point of view of customers also, it is creating an awareness what are the related products available according to your choice. So AI is helping both the sides, businesses as well as the customers.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, so just to add on to Dr. Sana and Ms. Banu, I want all the participants to understand the fact that AI is not everything in law. It's ultimately the human brain, right? So AI can process thousands of pages, find patterns, maybe it can summarize judgments, and also assist in research. But law is not just about information, right? It is about interpretation, it's mostly about ethics, uh, the right judgment, and accountability. So, all this only human brains can do it. So I want you all to understand that AI can assist, but it can never be accountable. So yeah.
So consumer awareness, I think we have it in data mining and data warehouse, this concept actually in the, it's a very important concept. Those who are learned about data mining and data warehouse, consumer awareness is most important, that if they use online shopping, so many consumers use online shopping for purchasing, right? So, and their pattern, the pattern of purchase and their transactions being noted, right? So based on that, the AI can predict. And then what in other end, what happens, the AI also can find out whether it is unusual transactions, like, if there is a fraud transactions, so those transactions can be identified. So in that case, it will help the consumers side to prevent the fraud transactions.
I think Wilson Peter, you're unmuted. Can you please mute it? Wilson Peter. Yeah, thank you.
So I think we answered all the questions.
Yes, Banu ma'am, I think we've taken enough and more questions, I believe. Yeah.
Okay,
So
then.
shall we? Yeah. Okay. I hope it was a very, very interactive session. It's very nice to know that so many of you had so many questions to the resource person. Thank you. I now invite Ms. Rincy, Assistant Professor, Department of English, St. Joseph's University, to propose the vote of thanks.
Hi, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, Rincy, you are.
All right. It's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this occasion as we conclude day 3 of our seminar on global inclusion. Today's discussion has given us valuable insights into inclusive education, future-oriented learning, and the role of emerging technologies in shaping an equitable world. First and foremost, I would like to extend our deep appreciation to our guest of honor, Ms. Bhavna Mahadeo, for her inspiring address, her reflection on inclusive education as a foundation of a just and equitable society that have added immense value to this occasion. Our sincere thanks also goes out to our resource persons, Mr. Pradeep and Dr. Sana Begum, for their enriching presentations. Mr. Pradeep's perspectives on educating for tomorrow and the need for globally inclusive learning systems, and Dr. Sana Begum's insightful session on the role of AI in modern business and how it is contributing greatly to broadening our understanding of global inclusivity. I would also like to thank Ms. Shakila for graciously introducing our guest of honor and setting the tone for the session. My heartfelt thanks to Ms. Princey Nisha, our moderator for the evening, for guiding the proceedings with such clarity. A special word of appreciation goes to all the participants for your active involvement, thoughtful questions, and genuine enthusiasm. Your engagement has truly enriched today's discussion. Finally, I want to extend my gratitude to the organizing committee, faculty members, students who are joined from our university, and everyone working behind the scenes for with such coordination for such a seamless and successful event. Thank you, everyone. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you, Ms. Rinsi, for those words of gratitude. Before we conclude, participants are kindly reminded that tomorrow is the final day of our global summit, and we expect all the participants to join us for the valedictory session tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us today from different parts of the world. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.